Interesting. Alrighty. Welcome. We are here. What are we going to do tonight? Yeah, we're going to play a little POE and watch an Andrew Wilson debate at the same time. Multitasking. This is going to be fun. Maybe got, now it says got 3 minutes left on the counter. We might go back and forth depending on where I'm at and comment and whatever. But at the same time, we might also just, continue to play. I gotta see where I'm at. There we go. That also works right there. I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. That'll at least keep my phone charged. Let's see here. All right, there we go. All righty. Take a quick second. Make sure I've got my audio working. Be right back. There you go. Back. Let's try this out. All righty. I tried a new setup this weekend. Got all the way to Act 2 Sunday morning. I'm kind of let's get that button.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, there we go. There's Andrew. There's the Andrew. I wonder if I can do this full screen. Clear that. Let's see if that works. I don't think it does. But that's no big deal. A little bit less light. That'll work.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ouch. You guys got that? Good ball. I need to refill that in town. My charm isn't working. So yeah,
Everybody
I don't
being
know
so
what
mean
this
to me.
build is called. Lightning Ranger.
Somebody want to let this guy know I need him to send me a link or I can't actually get on his stream? Not
So
sure
here's
how
the
I'm supposed to
thing,
get on his stream without a link. Very
this
confused
guy
about this.
had a stream critiquing Andrew's latest debate, and yeah, it was really bad. There we go. Let me see if I can't turn up that volume a little bit on my mic. Sounds loud in my ear. I know it's not. Oh shit. Get out of there. There we go. There you go. That makes
Well,
sense.
congratulations on your PhD, man. Is it in basket weaving?
Ah.
You got a PhD in basket weaving?
Anyways, the guy who Andrew's going to be debating tonight, he had a stream, and they were both on X, and both talking smack to a certain degree. Andrew likes to talk a lot of smack. Apparently, this guy does too. He is a Protestant, and they were talking about Andrew's previous debate with a guy named JP. Watched that debate. It was not bad. Then the other night he had another debate with another dude that was really horrible that Andrew got a little bit of ribbon on. But at the same time, it was also one of those things where, when you actually watch it, it was horrible. It was horrible. The dude was an idiot. Bad faith. And when I say bad faith, I mean you don't want to answer questions that are asked to you. You want to, answer questions the way you want to. This is probably going to go the same way. They're not it's amazing how that shit works, because they're in any type of these debates I've watched, on any type of debate thing, you can always tell who wins the debate. The person who wins the debate is not always the person who is the best debater. But the one thing that most people won't do with Andrew that I found when they talk about, wanting to actually debate him.
I'm not late. I just need a link. I need a link from this dude.
Is they won't engage in his questioning and his arguments. They won't
I'm not
answer
actually
his
sure
questions.
how I'm supposed to get on
They'll
this stream.
obfuscate. And that's what I found in many of his interactions, is people refuse to actually engage in the questions. And you've got several different, 15. What's the projectiles? Critical chance. 40%. That's 25, and that's 25.
It's on his stream. What good is it? Well, that's mildly retarded, but okay.
It's only for me and Andrew today. How you doing? Welcome here, whoever you are, though. But thank you. Come back another day, whoever you are. This is only for me and Andrew.
This guy really put a
guy's an
link
idiot.
in with a... Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, definitely not professional.
Where's the?
So I'll
where's
just
the
go into
fucking-
preaching mode here if I don't get Andrew up here soon.
Well, where's the fucking link, you fucking asshole? Where is it?
I have no problem with preaching.
I think I found it.
But at the same time, that's always fun. So this character, again, I've gotten really good as far as what y'all should have exchanged is like DM phone numbers, messenger, whatever. That way you can communicate in the background instead of on a live stream. But that's
okay. Hello there.
Hello. Yeah, you never sent me a link. I wasn't sure how I was supposed to join exactly.
Oh, no worries. I did leave a comment saying that I'd give it to you when we were live, but that may have got lost somewhere.
Well, yeah, I just didn't get one. So.
Oh no, I didn't post the link publicly because I asked you about the email and you just said just go ahead and share it on the day of. At least that's what I thought you said. So
yeah, via DM, just DM me on X. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant. All right, I didn't do that though. Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't read.
So, well, Andrew, welcome here. I've actually been wanting to talk to you for quite a while on other issues. So, I agreed to this one. So, anybody else is popping up here, guys? Don't come up here, please. Nobody else in the background. Okay. I knew I was going to do that. That's how that was going to work. So, Andrew, welcome here. What are your thoughts of how the format's going to go? We didn't actually have specifics. Do you have just like a free-for-all? You want an opening?
I don't know what else to do except a free-for-all. I didn't prepare for a formal debate because you didn't tell me that's what you wanted. You said you wanted me to come on here and have a conversation with you.
Okay, fair enough. So then, then we can just have a conversation. So if you can clarify for me then, your position.
So they wouldn't.
I did change the thumbnail and I did change the wording. So what is your exact position of what you're saying about the big hand of the Protestant Reformation and our modern society being dysfunctional? Can you explain that?
Yeah, but you got to give me a few minutes to explain it, I think. So ultimately, it just works like this. I'll give you an analogy, and then I can launch into a bit of the history. So I think I remember from a stream that you did that you were in the military. Is that correct?
No,
No,
I've never been in the military.
Well, then I got that wrong. If you were to take military cohesion, the thing that keeps a military organized is hierarchy and leadership positions of authority. That's what keeps it organized. I want you to imagine for a second that you have a device which is designed to secretly disseminate orders among military personnel, and it also has a decoder ring. But the problem with the decoder ring is that everybody's getting different messages when they use the decoder ring to figure out the secrets of this device. And what do you think that would do to military cohesion? Well, it would destroy it. It would completely annihilate military cohesion. And the reason it would annihilate military cohesion is because it begins to work on the function of hierarchy itself, right? Suddenly, we're not getting proper messages. Perhaps some people were using their decoder ring and they come up with a message that this guy is actually not a colonel, he's a general. Perhaps this guy has no authority at all, is what this person's decoder ring says, right? That's basically how that would go. So if you want to tie this in to Protestant theology, it comes down to, and I'm not arguing, by the way, I'm not here to argue whether or not it's true or false. I think that that's irrelevant. I think that the relevancy here for the debate is what it did. And so what Protestant theology historically did was it eroded ideas of authority and blended. The Protestant Reformation happened before the Enlightenment, but it paved the way for it. And the way that it was able to do this is by the erosion of centralized authority. And Enlightenment philosophy is all based around egalitarianism and the destruction of centralized authority. And Protestantism paved the way for that. And how does that intersect with modern problems today? The main way that it does it is it erodes institutions over time and the authority of institutions over the time for the idea of self and the idea of egalitarianism over an individualism. over the idea of having actual authority or some sort of centralized authority around governance. And so that's how it links in with problems of today.
Okay. So in your opinion, then what you're saying is you're just saying that the Protestant Reformation had a hand in it, but what would be, in your opinion, then the major cause for our dysfunctional society today? You wouldn't say it is the Protestant Reformation, would you?
Well, I wouldn't put anything in a monolith, but I think it's a whole bunch of different issues together. But I do think that the Protestant Reformation had a large hand in it, yes, because of the starting point of the erosion of centralized authority, which is still a tradition
Right.
kept to this day by most mainstream Protestant denominations.
Now, what, in your opinion, if you remember, and I know you don't like to debate Bible or theology, so I'm not going to try to, that's not my intention to force that on you anyway. Um, why did the Protestant Reformation happen? What was the reason? Do you know?
Yeah, it was because there was problems going on within the Catholic Church around things like remittances and other problems. And those were things which Martin Luther and Protestant reformers were trying to address, corruption in the church.
Do you know what specifically though? Like a couple of things that maybe pop out?
Well, he had hundreds of objections. Martin Luther
Sure.
had hundreds of objections. So I think
There's
remittances was
probably
one
a
of the big
couple
ones,
that were probably the big ones though, like
or not remittances, the remissions of sin, things like this. But yes, I don't know what that has to do with anything though.
well, one of them was the papacy, right?
Yeah,
The authority of the Pope, right?
sure. But that had been something which had been already fought over with the Eastern
Well, that's why
Orthodox
I
and
was saying
Catholics
like
for years.
that's something that we would actually have something in common there of that common ground, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, of course.
Okay.
But
And then obviously,
the distinction there
well,
would be though,
there's another one though too that I wanted to say is also
mm,
one of the big reasons also wasn't just the papacy,
oh,
but also the issue of
absolutions.
it,
Sorry.
indulgences. Yeah.
Mm.
That was a big one back in the day. I don't know exactly. I haven't done this research. I don't think the Orthodox Church does indulgences, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. So I know those are a couple of big reasons. So would you say what was taking place during the time, if we go back 500 years, with these people like your Martin Luthers, your Calvins, your Zwingli's, these different people who were breaking away from the Roman Catholic Church because they saw corruption? Would you say initially they started off good?
No. The
Why not?
idea, well, so this is the central idea that is distinct between Roman Catholicism and Eastern Orthodoxy and what became Protestantism. That erosion of authority still was not present in Catholicism. They saw a distinct different authority. So we had the filioque was one of the problems, and then the Pope was another problem.
Mhm.
But they were trying to centralize a distinct different authority, but they did not want the elimination of church authority. That was uniquely Protestant.
Okay.
And because
But
of that,
essentially, go ahead.
it led to the erosion of centralization of authority over time in all of Europe, including to the point where Anglicans fled here in order to be able to govern themselves. And many Protestant sects actually fled here because they wanted to govern themselves outside of church authority. And part of the foundation of the United States, which was contributed by many, many deists, which is that occult part that I'm talking about. Um, those things were based on Enlightenment principles, not on Christianity, hardly at all. Now, there was plenty of Christians who were here, but the idea was there was a blending between these two philosophies, Christian ethics and Enlightenment.
So going back to what I was saying though, like so you're saying that them actually breaking away and not wanting to submit to the Pope's authority and to keep on going along with the indulgences, you don't think that was a good thing for them to stand up against?
That has no bearing on anything, whether I think it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm
Well,
telling
it's
you
the
what
main
is the
couple of the main
case.
reasons why they kind of protested.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
the whole
care
point of it.
why. I'm telling you what it's
So
responsible
you think
for.
it's okay to just go
Yeah, I
along with
don't.
the
Do
papacy?
you understand that me telling
No,
you
I do
why?
understand. I'm
Okay,
trying to get
stop,
it.
stop, stop.
No, no, no,
If I
please
tell
don't do
you
that. I'm
why a
trying.
thing is
I didn't
true,
interrupt
doesn't
you when
mean
Oh,
you
that I
talked,
here we
agree or
Mario.
go.
Let me talk
disagree.
for a second, okay?
You're straw manning the
I
entire
didn't interrupt you.
position. I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. That's irrelevant. I'm saying what
To
happened.
get from you, I'm trying to get from you just an honest answer.
It's irrelevant.
You
to
may
the
not
debate.
agree with
It's
Protestants,
irrelevant to
but
the debate.
no, that's the whole point. You
Then,
brought up the
what
Protestant
is the
Reformation.
yeah? And what
So
is the
if
debate
you
topic?
can't even admit
What's the
that
debate
the
topic?
origin that they were going against the Catholic Church of doing wrong things, then how can you say the Catholic Church does anything wrong at all?
It's irrelevant. What's the debate topic?
No, it's not irrelevant.
What's the debate
It's
topic?
perfectly.
What's
No,
the
it's on
debate
the
topic? What is it?
Well, we're going back to the
What
origins of
is
the Protestant Reformation,
debate
right?
topic, Borean?
Hey, buddy.
Answer
This is
question.
not my first rodeo, and I'm
What
not going to get
is
bullied by
the
you.
debate
I'm not going to get
topic?
bullied by you. I want to have a conversation with
debate
you.
topic. Can you tell me?
So this
All
is
right,
when
you can make yourself
Andrew
look like a
gets
moron.
Can
That's
you
pissed.
fine.
tell me the debate
I'm
topic?
trying to have a conversation with you.
Great.
I'm not Mahler. I'm not these other
Can
guys.
you just tell me the debate
Yeah.
topic?
Yeah. Can you actually answer a question?
If you answer what the debate topic
If
is, I'll
you
answer
answer the-
relevant questions
This
to
is
it.
not talking about the Protestant Reformation, yes or no?
No, it's not. Specifically,
You
it's
brought this
talking
up,
about
my
what?
friend. You put the words
Tell me.
Protestant Reformation had a big hand in our thing. So I'm going back to where it all started.
Tell me the debate
So
topic.
you have to prove from when it
As soon as you
started
tell me the
that
debate
this is a
topic.
problem.
Tell me the debate topic.
You have to prove that.
Tell me the debate topic.
You tell me the debate topic.
Okay, great. I'll tell you the debate topic. Did the Protestant Reformation have a hand in problems of modernity? Whether Protestantism justified or not has nothing to do with that fucking topic, dork. Now, do you want to argue the topic or
All the
not?
language. I knew you couldn't last too
Do
long
you
without your
want
language.
to argue the topic or not?
So I do. I want to get to the origins of why they protested. So
It's irrelevant.
can you at least just say what
irrelevant.
they originally started with?
It's irrelevant.
Right? No, it's not.
relevant. Okay, tell me how
No,
it's
it's
relevant.
perfectly relevant.
How is it relevant?
Because it's biblical. We're talking about
That
what
has
is the
nothing
Bible
to do
teaching.
with the debate topic, dude.
No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
The Protestant Reformation started because of what they believe the Bible teaches, because of the papacy's bad authority.
That's nice. What does that have to do with the debate topic?
Are you going to have any type of decency here?
Yes, as long as you stick to the debate.
This is the
topic that we
problem.
agreed to, yes.
Okay, but I'm not going to play by your rules. I can
Okay,
ask
whatever that
questions.
means. You
that
can
go
ask
back
questions that
to
are
the
relevant to the
origin.
debate topic.
I can ask questions that go back to the origin of when it first started and just ask you simple questions. I don't think it's
Yeah,
that.
you can ask me simple questions that are relevant to the topic of the debate.
So you don't think it's relevant to know why it originally started, but you can criticize Protestant Reformation the last 500 years because you just think you can criticize them.
Let me ask you a question. During the Holocaust, did 6 million Jews die?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Okay. Is it relevant for you to know that, to know how World War II started or not? The
Can you
answer is
explain?
no. You don't need
Can
to
you
know how
explain?
World War II started to know that 6 million Jews died in the Holocaust. See how that works?
Well, actually, that would be. Why did it start? Don't play that game. Why did it start?
World War II started for a whole bunch of reasons.
Why did World War start? Tell me why.
I would say it started around Hitler invading Poland.
And why did he do that?
Because he wanted to see a reunified Germany.
And why did he want to do that?
Well, he had a whole host of reasons. The Treaty of Versailles, things like this. But none of that's relevant. If the debate topic, Borean, was
what's the cause?
Did 6
brought it up.
million
What's the
Jews
cause?
die in the Holocaust? The cause
Yeah,
of
what's
the
the
war
cause?
would have
Why did 6 million Jews die, Andrew?
bearing. It has
Andrew,
no bearing on the topic.
Why did 6 million Jews die?
Because they killed them.
Why did they kill them? Why did they kill them?
For a whole host of different reasons that they justified.
Can you come up with at least a good one?
Because they wanted them out of the country, they wanted them out of the nation, or they saw them as a threat, or any number of different reasons.
You know, I hope that you would agree with my answer here. It's because we are a fallen humanity. We're depraved. We are sinners, right?
I don't care about your preaching, dude. I care about the debate
Dude,
topic.
You came to my channel. That's all my channel is about.
The channel you told me that you wanted me to come on to.
If you don't want to answer a simple question of why
I'm not
we
going
are
to answer
fallen
things
people,
not relevant to the debate
no,
topic.
no. We are all fallen people. Yes.
How's that relevant to
Yes?
the debate topic?
No, it is perfectly relevant.
Tell me.
We're talking about
Tell me how.
We're talking about a dysfunctional society.
Right.
It is relevant because
Yeah.
we're sinners, correct?
Even if I grant it, it still wouldn't be relevant to the debate topic.
You can't even grant that we're sinners.
Yeah, sure, we're sinners. How's that relevant to the
What does
debate
Romans
topic?
1 teach us about
How is
mankind?
this relevant?
Because that's anything that's relevant of dysfunctional society has to do with what? Sin.
Okay, sure, but there's going to be a sequence of events which also lead through a
Sure.
historic prism for
What
us to
causes
understand the
all these events,
context.
Andrew? What
Oh,
causes them?
great. Okay, so
What happened with
the
Noah?
primary
Why did
cause
God
of
Oh,
have
this
to
is-
wipe
is
out?
great.
God had to
I'm
wipe
glad that
out
we
the whole
established
world
that.
almost, to
I'm
wipe
glad that
out
we
the whole
established
world
that.
almost
Ah,
with Noah, Andrew.
I'm
Why
glad
this
did
is
you
the
do that?
I'm
same
glad that we
thing,
established
Were
man.
they
This is the same.
dysfunctional
This
then,
is
What
Andrew?
caused World
this
War
is the
II?
same
Were they
bullshit
dysfunctional
What
with
caused
Noah?
World
that
War
happened
I?
the last two
Dude.
times.
What about
What
Sodom and
caused
Gomorrah?
Korean,
Were
They
they
the
don't.
Korean War?
They
dysfunctional?
don't. They don't want
Andrew,
to
were they
engage in the
dysfunctional with Sodom and
topic
Gomorrah?
that he's willing to engage into.
Who? Sodom,
Ah,
the
man.
Sodomites and the
Sodom and Gomorrah.
yeah. What about it?
Were they a dysfunctional society back then?
Yeah, sure.
Why were they dysfunctional?
Because they weren't adhering to the edicts of God.
What does that even mean?
It means that essentially they broke the idea of hospitality and tried to essay an angel. And so when they did that, God got really mad and he blew them up.
Okay. So they were sinning, doing homosexual activities.
Uh-huh.
Same thing with Noah.
Great.
What was the first sin in the Garden of Eden with Adam and Eve? What do we see the origin of all this?
Why does this have to do with the debate topic?
Because if we're going to talk about a dysfunctional society, we have to get to the root of it.
Okay. So you're just saying that the pillar of this is sin. Great.
Do you agree or disagree?
But sure. What does that have to do with the debate topic, though? How does that tie into the Protestant Reformation's erosion of authority, which has led to most of the modern, I would say, well, maybe not most, but at least many.
Give me the proof that you think the big hand
Mhm.
in our modern society is caused by
Where'd that come from?
Protestant Reformation. What's your proof for that?
The fact that it eroded central authority inside of
claim. Prove
every
it.
single
Prove it.
Western nation. Okay. Do you want to
Prove
go?
it. Don't just say it.
Sure.
Prove it.
Do you want to go through the various philosophers who were Protestants who preached
What's your
egalitarianism?
best evidence that Protestant Reformation is the big hand of cause in our modern day society of dysfunctional?
Because the historians broadly agree that the idea behind why it is that most central authorities began to become questioned moving into the Enlightenment period was due to the Protestant Reformation unempowering the church by moving away from the church and arguing against centralized authority when it came to scripture and the gospel.
And which church was that? The Catholic Church, right?
The one that they moved away from, yes.
Right. And was that a good or bad thing in your opinion?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, if it was not good, means they should have still kept, listening to the false teachings and authority.
Has nothing to do with
of the
anything.
Roman Catholic Church.
Has nothing
No,
to
it
do
has
with
everything
anything.
to do with it.
Nothing.
It has everything to do
What
with
does it have to do with it? Anything. What does
It
that have
has
to do with
everything to do with it.
anything? Has nothing to do with anything.
You either have to say they made a wrong decision and they should have stayed.
Why
under
do
the
I need to say
Catholic
that?
Church.
This is a descriptive claim, not a prescriptive claim. Good and bad or
I'm
oughts.
challenging you,
Just
Andrew,
stop.
to
And
prove
I'm-
your
and
claim.
here's
You're
why-
the
okay.
one that made the claim.
Do you want the
You gotta prove it.
historians?
You can't just make assumption.
Do you want me to utilize
You can't just make
historians?
assumptions.
You want me to utilize historians? Because what you're asking me for is a normative claim. That's ought.
I'm asking for
Stop,
proof
bro.
and evidence. Not
My
just
turn. My
accusation.
turn. Hang on. Calm down. You're
Well, I'll let
asking
you
me
talk. You
for
don't have to
a.
calm down.
You're asking
I'll let
me
you talk.
for a normative claim. That's ought. Should. That's normative. I'm talking
Okay.
about descriptive. Descriptive
Okay,
is
but give
not
me something
ought.
descriptive.
Stop. Descriptive's not ought. Descriptive's not should. Those are normative claims. This debate is about descriptive claims, not normative claims. So if you want to ask for a burden of proof, that's fine and fair,
Well, that's
and I
your
should
claim.
stop, and I'll provide those.
You can't just say
But that
stop
has
when I'm
nothing.
challenging you.
I'm almost
Come on,
done,
be
and then
real.
you can talk, dude. That's
Just-
fine. Just stop,
you can
dude.
say
There'll be
something
5
once in a while.
seconds
That's
so I
not-
can finish, and
This-
then you can
You
talk.
did say this is a free for all
I'm
kind of
still
early
not
on,
done.
right?
Just stop talking for 5 seconds.
My
So
goodness,
the
what
point
kind of
is, the point,
jeepers? I thought you were
point is
supposed to
when
be
you
this big
make
bad
when
debater.
you make
See,
a
this is the
normative
problem.
claim, right? This isn't about normative claims. My
He
is or
doesn't wanna
ought or
even
my
listen to
oughts
it.
have nothing to do with this. This is about descriptors. So if you want descriptive evidence, we can go through the descriptive evidence. Yes.
Just give me something. What's your best evidence that you would say in our modern day was caused by the Protestant Reformation of a dysfunctional
I
society?
didn't say it was caused by. I said it had a large hand in it because it
Well,
paved the
big
way
hand.
for the
Get it
Enlightenment.
Right. Details matter. Big hand. So what is your biggest evidence for that?
I would use the historic standard for this and what
What's that?
historians broadly agree on. Well, if you give me a second, I can pull up the historical standards that I would appeal to. And I
thought
think that that's fine.
Okay.
So if that's
you have to
what's
Google it, that's fine.
if that's
Go
what
ahead
you
and go
want,
Google it.
well,
Go
wait
Google it real
a
quick.
second. You're asking me for formal evidence. You want me to freehand it?
You're the one that gave me the descriptive debate. I thought you had become prepared for this.
I am prepared for it, but if
Then
you
why do you
want
gotta Google it?
formal evidence, then you got to give me a
Why
second
do you
to
got to
pull it
Google
up.
it? Can't you just tell me?
How am I Googling anything? I'm just pulling it
Oh,
up
man,
out of
I'm
my
going
file.
behind.
Something up.
Yeah.
So I just
Why
want to
can't
make
you-
sure. I just want to make sure that you want me, you don't want me to use any formal sources, or you do.
I'm asking you to prove your claims.
Then
You're the
why
one
don't
that
you let
came up
me
with
do
this
that
topic.
and close your mouth?
So we're going 26 minutes now.
I just
Come on.
like I don't get it.
We're
Do
going
you want me to
26
prove the claim
We're
through a
going-
historic standard or not?
Come on, man. Give me something.
What do you want? What do you want for the claim? Is what I'm
What
asking.
is your
you.
evidence?
I'm using the historic standard
And that is?
that Protestants brought, that historians broadly agree. There's consensus that Protestantism led to the adoption of Enlightenment principles. That's not even a dispute by most mainstream
You even agreed
historians.
Enlightenment came
Kinda got
later, so you
screwed
can't
up
blame
there.
that on the Protestant Reformation.
That's the
That came like
stupidest
100 to
thing
200
that
years
I've
later.
ever heard in
You
my
can't
life.
blame that on that. That's
Oh, great.
irrelevant.
But World War II came after World War I, so you can't blame World War I for World War II. Genius logic,
Yeah, that's called
bro.
common sense.
Brilliant
called common
logic. Your logic is, man, you have
Yet you still
laid
haven't
me
provided a
low, sir.
single- It's funny. You haven't provided a single evidence yet for your claim. It's funny.
Well, every time I begin to, you already begin with a refutation, which is, do you agree
Can
that
you just give something?
do you agree that historians agree with the standard or not?
Historians have disagreements. They're not
That's
all
not my
universal
question.
on
What's my
this.
question?
What is your question, Andrew?
Do historians agree, is there a broad consensus that the Protestant Reformation paved the way for Enlightenment principles?
No.
That's
I'm
your,
sure some. Don't get me
you-
wrong. I'm sure there are some.
you're sure there's
But I
some.
mean,
You don't think that there's broad consensus for that?
Yeah, but here's my point. Let me talk for about 30 seconds to a minute, please.
Sure.
So, myself as a born again Christian, and I'm looking at the Bible, and I look throughout history.
Andrew's
and I
not going to
see
interrupt
how cultures, like I mentioned,
without a
Noah,
question.
Sodom and Gomorrah. We see the book of Judges. Judges 21:25 says that everyone did what was right in their own eyes because there was no king. Solomon said in Proverbs 14:12 that a man does what's right in his own eyes, yet the way there is death. Jesus warned that before he came back that there would be wars and rumors of wars and love of men would grow cold. Even Paul wrote about these
Blah,
things.
blah, blah.
We live in a fallen world. Nothing is new
Where these
under the
fuckers come
sun.
from?
So in order for
Ah,
you
damn
to
it.
blame in our modern day society of the dysfunctional issues and to say it's the big hand from the Protestant Reformation, I'm asking you to prove that assertion because historically we've had these issues before the Protestant Reformation.
Which issues?
The dysfunctional society.
Which dysfunctions?
How about this? Give me the list of what you think in our modern day
Hmm.
of dysfunctional society was caused by the Protestant Reformation.
The
How about
idea
that?
of positive rights is the
What
first
idea what?
dysfunction. Positive rights.
I don't actually know what that means. What does that mean?
Didn't
please?
realize that.
Well,
Didn't realize
you've read the Constitution, the amendments in the Constitution, correct?
Yeah, when I was younger, I don't remember all that stuff.
Well, let's
Yeah.
just take one that you do remember. It's not a trick. It's not a trap. You're aware of like the Second Amendment, for instance, right?
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
that means you can own a gun, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, great. So if we're talking about that, do you have a duty to own a gun, though?
Do I have a what?
A duty to own a gun.
In our modern day,
Just period, as far as that right is
a
concerned.
duty. So I understand what you're saying. A duty, like in regards to an obligation. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, duty and obligation can be synonyms for this. That's fine.
That's what a duty is.
I don't think it's a duty. I think
That seems fair.
um,
I also agree
yeah.
with you broadly that
Okay.
the First Amendment, you have the freedom of speech, but you don't have any duty to speak out, right?
Okay.
So these are all things which are assumed with no duty. So
Okay.
that's not the way that rights ever traditionally worked, not even in Christianity, that they were entitlements which were given. They were duties which were asserted, and then you would assume the right
Balls.
from the duty. Let me explain what that means.
Okay. Go
I,
ahead.
as a Christian, am not allowed to murder you, right?
Correct.
Okay, so therefore you have a right not to be murdered.
Agreed.
Yeah. So you see how the right that you entail to yourself is coming to you from the idea that I have a duty to not do the opposite of that, right? That's where you're inferring
I
that.
think I'm tracking you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
keep
when you
going.
say God-given rights, but anything that you would appeal to as a God-given right would likely be in the context of that. It's not just that you have some entitlement, it's that you have a whole grouping of duties, and those would be the entailment of the entitlement to other people. So you're not allowed to, I don't know, you're not allowed to murder, you're not allowed to steal. That's a good one, right? You're not allowed to steal, right?
According to the word of God, amen. And according to the laws of our land, yes.
Okay, so then if you stole from me under any governmental system that you would come up with under Christianity, even if it was just like you and 10 people, and I came to you with a grievance, hey, this guy stole from me, you would be forced to concede then that I had a right to not be stolen from, right?
Based on what you said, sure.
Makes sense, right? That's how we would infer
Common
rights.
sense, I would agree.
The
Yeah.
Enlightenment disagrees with you. What
Okay.
the Enlightenment is talking about with egalitarianism is that there's ideas of natural rights, which are entitlements that come with no duty. That
Okay.
is one of the key provinces for almost all problems in modernity.
Now, I have to give an answer so you understand when I'm giving you a response here, even though you may not like the answer. Okay. I come from a biblical point of view with a lot of what you're sharing. And so I base my decisions and what I do in my life, my morality is to first the Lord. Okay. And just like when Jesus said, render to Caesar what's Caesar's and render to God what's God's. So I base my decision, what you're talking about here, duties, rights, whatever, I'm putting the Lord first. Going back to some of the original conversation here about, what I was asking the question about back in the early days with the Protestant Reformation, was it right or wrong what they did? You think it's irrelevant. That's your perspective. But I believe, biblically speaking, we're not to be robots. We're not to be machines. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of thought. And we can actually challenge people who are so claiming to be an authority, right? And if they're doing something that goes against what God's has taught or given us in his word, then I believe that is an appropriate thing. So going back to what I was asking about the Protestant Reformation.
But do you have a duty to do that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, the
so
Bible
then,
actually says, the Bible says to contend for the
so
faith
then
once
do
and another
you do you see how then what you're doing is you're making an appropriation of rights based on duties? But that's not
Well, I'm
how
doing it.
enlightenment, the idea of enlightened
Sure.
rights work. Those work based on the entailment of entitlement. I'm entitled to this with no duty.
Shit balls.
There
Ouch.
is no duty. I'm just justified in this thing because I am. That's a whole
Right.
concept of natural rights, by the way,
Yeah,
which
let
is
me finish my answer,
enlightenment.
please. Yeah, let
You
me
just
finish my
did.
answer.
You just did finish it.
No,
I'm
I didn't.
responding.
I wasn't done. I wasn't done.
Okay.
What I was trying to say is, according to Scripture, we are told
Yeah.
to contend for the faith. We are told to actually study the Scriptures. We are told to test
Yeah.
what people claim. So this is actually what the
So
Bible
what?
does teach.
Yeah, so what?
So,
Yeah.
well, I'm going back to what we're talking about, the origin of the Protestant Reformation. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, when they started off good, just because there may be some bad apples over the years, that doesn't mean necessarily that the cause or the big hand, as you like to say, is from the Protestant Reformation. Because again, I'm a biblical person, so you may not want to argue this way. I get it, but I'm looking to the origin, to the root. We, by nature, are depraved people, right?
Yeah, but you can't limit every cause
just
to.
let me just.
Hang on, you
I'm
can't,
not trying
dude.
to preach. I'm just trying to give
Eventually,
an
you
answer.
got to let somebody
Yeah.
else talk, dude.
Yeah.
You can't filibuster the whole
Dude,
debate.
you're being silly. I let you talk a lot already. I'm just trying to finish my statement. Throughout history and different civilizations, there's always been immorality. There's always been people who've done what they want to do right. And nothing is new under the sun. We live in the same age today. So what I'm trying to say is, for you to try to pin this on the Protestant Reformation, you've got nothing to really prove that. It's just your assertions.
That's literally a lie. I just told you that I can appeal to the historic standard of universal empirical agreement by scholars for where Enlightenment principles came from. And I'm willing to pull up a list of scholars that you can look up yourself if you disagree with this claim that nobody disagrees with. But wait, My turn.
you're
I just let you go. My turn. So
I'll let you
the next
go.
thing
I'll
that's
let you go.
funny about this, and it's actually hilarious
It
to
is fun.
me, is
It
great.
is fun.
We could just say that about everything, can't we?
Sure. You absolutely can. Yeah.
OnlyFans causes that there's sin in the world. Great. Oh,
Well, it makes
prostitution's
sense.
causes there's sin in the world. Oh, thank you. That's so helpful. Oh, the cause
Yep.
of me falling down the stairs is that we're living a fallen state. Great. Why replace the floorboard then? After all, I mean, that's just the way the nature of the world is corrupt, you know? I mean, that's just how it goes, bro. No, we obviously are going to look for correlating factors and explanations, including in the natural world, for cause
Sure.
and effects when it comes to social and societal impacts. You just going,
Right.
well, hey, bruh, there's sin in the world is not helpful. It tells us nothing. It doesn't get us
Yep.
to any of these causes. It does nothing for
Mhm.
us.
Mhm. You just said cause and effect, right?
Ah,
So the effect is dysfunctional society, right?
well, I mean, that's not the only thing that made society dysfunctional. I'm
I know. I'm just
talking,
saying. I'm
yes,
saying
it's a
the effect.
reason. Yes, it's a reason
The
for
effect.
dysfunction. Yes, correct.
The effect is the
Mhm.
dysfunctional society, correct?
No, the effect is at least partial responsibility for dysfunction in society.
Well, I want to ask the harder question. What's the cause of it? What's the cause of a dysfunctional society?
There's a whole host of correlating factors.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Give me some, please.
Like, for instance, let's say that the sun, right, disappears in Europe and they have a really bad famine. Are you saying that that's because they sinned, or could there be a natural explanation for that?
Can you say that again? Sorry.
Let's say that they just don't get a lot of sunshine in England for a year and it causes a famine. Is that due to sin, or is there a natural cause for that?
So, like you like to use the word that's irrelevant. That's not even answering what I'm talking about.
It is. Answer
We're
the
talking
question.
about
Is there a
us.
natural cause for that, or are you just going to say, well, there's sin in the world?
That would be obviously not a natural part of God's natural laws for this world. So whatever
Why
the
wouldn't it be a
reason would
natural
be caused by
natural law
God.
for the world? What do you mean, the
So,
weather? The
but
weather's not
we,
part of the natural
Andrew,
world,
but
dude.
we as people
Wait, what do you?
are
No,
cause for
wait, stop.
anything of
What
this.
do you mean
No,
that that's
I
not
don't understand how you
God's?
can't even have a
What
normal
do you mean
conversation.
that that's not God's
Listen,
natural plan for the world?
everything that we
That
do
there's
in
not
this world that's
sunshine.
either moral, dysfunctional, wokeanity, whatever it may be, because you like to, do your politics debates with a lot of the people on the woke side, which I probably have a lot of agreement with you. But the problem is, why are we dysfunctional? Why do we do what we do?
I just gave you a reason that you could appeal to for a natural cause of dysfunction that has nothing to do with human
But that's
behavior.
irrelevant to what I'm talking
It
about right now.
does, because not
No,
all
no.
forms of dysfunction have to do
We,
with human behavior,
the
dude.
Bible is very clear, my friend. We all sin, correct?
Has nothing to do with what I just said. Do you agree with me
But
that
it's the
there are
cause of our
there can be
dysfunctional
causes?
society,
Stop. There
right?
can be causes of human dysfunction that are not sin based, right?
Can people sin
Can
without?
you answer
Can
my
people have
question, dude?
can
Answer
people
my
have
question, dude.
immoral lives? Sorry, let me ask you. Can people have immoral
I'm
lives
not.
without
No more
sin?
answering until you answer my question.
No. You're. Then we'll just sit here and stare at each other for a
Then
while.
let's do that. I'll listen to heavy metal. We'll stare at each other till you learn how to answer a question, and then ask one.
All right, go ahead and listen to heavy metal.
I'll do that.
And this is the thing.
It's
I don't
Metallica.
want
It's
to answer
really
a
good.
question. He doesn't want to answer the question. And now you're going to play, oh, well, we're going to do this. This is stupid. This is stupid. And this Kelly guy thinks he's trying to prove something right here. This is the problem. This is the problem. He thinks, oh, this is good. This is good. Andrew's wigging out. We're recording this, and my chat's going, oh, he's doing this and doing this.
No, I'm good.
Sorry, dude. This Kelly Powers. I mean, it's just sad. It's just sad, There you go. There you go. All right. I'll enjoy this. Ride the lightning. No, it's not. Is it? God, I can't remember the song. Oh, Creeping Death. Creeping Death. Happening to me. My brain. I can feel the pain. And see, this is the ridiculous part. This is right like this. This is right like this.
Ah, pardon me. I have to switch the song. Can't play them for too long on YouTube.
Is this guy still just gonna sit there?
He's got a Marlboro clenched in his teeth, ashes falling like snow on the street, a storm in his eyes, a war in his chest. He plays his cards and burns the rest. Smoky man bad, they cry, they shout. Smoky man bad, but he snuffs them out with a flick of his wrist, a puff of his plan. He laughs through the hay. Smoky man bad. The air is thick with his nicotine fog. He sharpens his words like a butcher's saw. Progress is fragile.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do something else because balls. I am not playing this.
Woman, bring me a beer. Just do a music stream right here.
You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time.
Man, I'm not
Sooner
gonna
or
make
later,
this.
gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the
Battle of the
rambler,
Wills.
the gambler, the backbiter.
The Battle of the
Tell him
Wills.
that God's gonna cut him down.
He's
Tell him
got
that God's gonna cut him down.
We're actually gonna turn that off. I don't want to.
Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news.
Stream
My head's been wet with the
until he
midnight
decides
dew.
to.
I've been
They are.
down on
They're gonna do some
bended
stupid
knee,
stuff.
talking to the
They're gonna
man
do
from
some stupid-ass
Galilee.
stuff.
He spoke to me with a voice so sweet. I thought I heard the shuffle of angels sweet. He called my name and my heart stood still. When he said, John, go do my will. Go tell that long-tongued liar. Go and tell that midnight rider. Tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down. Sooner or later, gotta cut you down.
They're playing their game.
Well, you may throw your rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But as sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to never bite. You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time.
You could say that I'm bad at argumentation. You could say that I'm bad at logic or reason, deductive abilities, whatever you want to say. Okay? But here's one thing you can't say. You can't say, Brian, you don't have a nationally syndicated radio program that 800,000 people listen to. Okay? 800,000 people, that's almost 1 million people. So when you want to talk about how many people you're bringing to the table, maybe we could talk about that. I'm pretty good at math, and I'll tell you right now that 800,000 people is more than 250,000 or 300 or whatever it is. We could start there, or maybe we could start with the fact that no matter what you say, there's always going to be the elephant in the room, which is Donald Trump. I'm not the one with emotional insecurities. Okay, that's you. I'm willing to talk about it. You know why? Because I have a thing called courage. I have a thing called bravery. You're chicken shit. I mean, I get it. I get out on the front lines of journalism. You can just sit in your house and smoke your cigarettes indoors, okay? Which, you know, is vulgar, by the way. I just find that incredibly. And you know, and I know that a lot of other people do. Hey, Rob North. You know who you're not smarter than? Me. And many of my listeners as well.
No, you can pop out. You're not a political person, but that
word games with me. Show me your dick. Show me your dick, Rob. Yeah. Let's see it. Whip it out right here and now, Rob. You weren't expecting that, were you? No, you weren't. Get out that bird of yours and show it to the world. Show it to me. It's not gay. It's not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay. I don't have a problem with being gay. I mean, I'm not gay. I can show you a picture right now of me with some beautiful women who are listeners of my show, by the way. But that doesn't matter. Show me your dick. And take off your shirt, too. Take off your shirt and show me your dick.
tough guy, Rob Noor. Rob Noor!
You know what? You could try to play word games with me, Andrew. Everyone's going to see who the real tough guy is. And it's not you. Homophobic, misogynist, and a lot of other things that I can't say. Because I have a family program.
You know, I will say this. Your wife's a dirty slut. I DM'd her. I told her so.
They're not hookers. They're not OnlyFans models.
And you're proud of that. I said, show me your dick. Rob, who do you think I am?
You're the cartoon. You've always been the cartoon. Wait a second, this dude's gone. I have his stream all to myself. Well, he's back. Never mind. Oh, wait. He's playing peekaboo. He left again. Great. All right. Now, let's see if
I mean, do you hear what you're saying? You're not tougher than me, okay? You're not smarter than me. I'm sure a lot of people tell you that you're really smart, but you're not smarter than me, okay?
Got what it takes, Brian.
You think so?
You're gonna look good out there. We're gonna look good out there.
I
right?
believe that. As a matter of fact, I know that.
I'm looking at you right now and I see a fucking champion.
Thank you.
But if you lose...
Well, I don't...
Shut up! God forbid you lose.
That's funny. Oh, shit. This is funny. So, hold on. Hold on. This is... Let me see if I can do this. You did this. This is hilarious. Okay. And okay, that's made with Jim Bob. Oh, no, we're not gonna watch that. This is hilarious. Let me see if I can't find this guy's. Let me see if I can't find this guy's actual channel. Kelly Powers. There we go. Kelly Powers. All right. There we go. No, it's made with Jim Bob. Kelly Powers.
I want to do it.
And then here, let me browser 2. Okay.
At some point, we'll find prop worst than can actually make an argument. I doubt it. I doubt you're ever going to find one that could even stick to the topic, honestly.
Yeah, if you could actually prove your point.
Oh, wait, I don't understand. Are we done now? Are we done? I thought we weren't going to talk till... Yeah. Are you going to answer my question now?
Oh, my God.
Playing around, playing games.
Yeah, do you want to answer my question now? Or
Are
we
we
go
going to
back
go
to
back
this?
to actually having a conversation?
If you're willing to
and
answer
actually-
my question first, I would need for an
Yeah.
empirical claim.
So
Yeah.
you
Now it's my
you don't-
turn. Answer my question now.
No, you don't have a turn. We've already been talking.
Oh, okay. So you're not going
So-
to answer my question?
What was your question that I didn't answer?
So I'm going to try again. Is it the
What's your
case that
question?
you can have a natural cause for thing that's not rooted in sin?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
irrelevant. That's a stupid question.
Answer
Go
it.
back to what you're
Just
supposed to be
answer the
proving.
question, dude.
No, no, no.
We'll
Go
delete that
back.
and try and redo it because it is browser. All right. It looks like they got it back up. There we go. They're back. Oh, okay. Yep. Well, that's not coming through. Yeah, that's not working for whatever reason. Let me see if I can do a window capture instead. Let me see if I can't do a window capture. Let's do this. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. How the hell can you... Oh, your sensibilities. Oh, your fucking sensibilities. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, it's a potty mouth. Oh. Huh. And I don't have any, there's no volume on this. Well, that sucks. Well, shit. Ah. Huh. This is not. All right, well, I'm going to have to shut this down.